So we've had a pretty lucky start to the season. Of all the teams we've played so far, we've only played 2 that have been inside the top 12, which is saying something considering the amount of bad teams we have to play. Today, though, we're coming up against the big boys. Hello and welcome back to the Lincoln Loco. 2 games for you today. West Brom and Middlesbrough await as the 2 heavyweights of the league, you could say, this season. Middlesbrough sitting in 2nd and West Brom down in 7th right now. So 2 big games and they're pretty much all to play for coming into this. Now let's have a look at what's happened last time. Form hasn't been quite as good as it was previously, but it's still been pretty decent actually. Last time you were here we beat Reading 2-0 and then Plymouth 5-2. After that we had a humbling 2-2 draw with Portsmouth. We just didn't play very well at all. To be fair, they probably were the better side actually, and if we're being honest, we were very lucky to be 2-1 up right before the end when they scored 1 in the 91st minute. They were the better side, so they should have won that, I think, in my opinion. But a draw, we'll take that definitely. We then played at home to Newcastle. They won 4-0 there in a very comprehensive first half display. It was very good to see. We then thought we'd carry that momentum through, but we lost our first league game of the season to Brighton 2-0. Pascal Gross and Jack O'Connell scoring both the goals there. It was relatively even. They just had better use of their chances, so fair play to them. They deserve to win that. We have bounced back, though, with 2 wins, back-to-back wins, 2-0 over Derby and Leeds. So that's been pretty decent to see. And now we've got West Brom and Middlesbrough taking on ahead of us. So what that does mean is that we're still top of the table. We're top of the table by a big 2 points, actually. And Middlesbrough have actually got a game in hand. So if we win today, we could go 5 points clear at the top, providing Brentford lose and things like that. But we're looking very healthy. 12 games played, 10 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. I'm still not quite sure how we've done it, but we're doing it right now. We've just got, it's not really too much of a surprise. I should also point out while here as well on the assists, David Green, top of the assists with 7. I don't know if you can see it or not behind my head, but David Green, our left back, with the 7 assists there. It's not something we should be too surprised about, because if we look at the form we were in at the end of last season, this patch here, coming into the final few games, we were sick. We were really good. So it shouldn't be too much of a surprise that we've carried it on with a better side today. But I still lose a bit nervous because I still don't think we should be there. I still think we should be around the playoff area, or at least we should be a team hunting for the playoffs, not a team that are looking to go 5 points clear at the top of the Championship. This is the side then that is taking on West Brom today, and this is as full strength as it gets for us at the moment. Haug in the back and goal, a back four of Green, Howkins, Williams and Valerie. Coyle, Byes and De Silva link up in the middle. They've got such great links between them as well, which I really love to see. In fact, every player who could possibly have a link with each other have got really good links with each other. So that sort of shows how good the team are working together and how much chemistry we've got. Evans is starting to become better than Gary now. I was sort of switching between them quite a bit, but I think Evans is the man to go for. He had a few off games where he played Gary, but then he had a few off games as well. So Evans is probably the man to go for, in just behind Chuma and Alore, who are bagging in goals and assists this season. I think Chuma's on 8, Alore must be on like 5 or something like that, which isn't too high considering we're this far into the season, we're top of the table. But everyone's scoring goals. That's the thing. Everyone is scoring goals in this side. Right, kickoff is upon us then, and we're in the red, and we've got the home advantage today, which should put us favourites, I would say, for this game. West Brom are a very good side. There's no denying that, but there's a reason that we're top of the table, and there's a reason they're down in 7th. Who are they? They must have gone down, just dropped down slightly, I think, in these past few moments, down to 8th now. They've not got a good goal difference either, so that kind of means that they're either not scoring goals and have a solid defence, or they're scoring lots of goals and have a really weak defence. Or it could just mean they've got neither of those things and they're just bloody average. I do think these next 2 games are going to be ridiculously hard, though. Of course, we've already lost to Brighton, who's sitting 4th, and probably our favourites, or one of the favourites, to get promoted. So that was kind of an early warning sign for us. I think West Brom will be up there come the end of the season, and Middlesbrough will be as well. So this episode is going to be pretty tough. It's really going to show and test what we're actually made of. First highlight of the game, though, 34 minutes into the game. It looks like it's coming towards us as Evans plays back to Howkins just to try and work the space a little bit. Green now on the ball. On the wing, puts it into Evans. Evans can get he's been given a penalty. I thought he was going to play it back to the wing and get a nice crossing, but we've been given a penalty. And I think it's Coyle taking it, number 23. Is that Coyle? Coyle is taking it, steps up, sends the keeper the wrong way, and we have gone 1-0 up in this game against West Brom. His second goal of the season, Liam Coyle. He's doing alright from a CDM position. It's Josh De Silva who's banging in goals from the midfield. He is the man that is scoring quite a few. Well, as that stands, Brentford have just gone 1-0 against Portsmouth, actually, so we're still 3 points clear of them, but it puts us 5 points clear of Middlesbrough, so they won't overtake us today. Coyle now on the ball once again. Green puts it in on towards Chummer. Evans is headed down to, and Evans is shot just over the crossbar there. But this is nice to see now. We're really starting to assert our dominance in this game, and we're really starting to show that why we're the top of the league this season. I mean, that's a pretty decent first half, I've got to say, actually. Stat-wise, we're the ones on top, which is nice to see, especially against a team as good as West Brom. So calmly, things are going. I'm happy with the performance so far. Keep it up, we'll say that. We won't try and put too much pressure on them. We'll just encourage them nicely, say they're playing well, and hopefully they'll carry that into the second half, and maybe we'll grab another goal or something like that. An early highlight then for us as Coyle picks the ball up, plays it back to Josh De Silva, who plays it back to Coyle himself. Now Coyle, if he can just get it out to that right-hand side to Jan Valery, we've got so much space there, but we've played it down the left-hand side instead, and we're struggling to get through, but the ball does finally get to Valery, but I think it's too late now. But although he makes a great pass to Alore, if Alore can get his ball into the middle towards Anthony Evans, unmarked in the middle, turns around, doubles our lead, makes it 2-0, and that is wonderful to see, because the last 2 games we've played, we've had at least 20 shots and only got 2 goals, and we should have had, in the game against, who is it? Not the one we just played, the one before it. Maybe, I can't remember who it was now, which is going to annoy me for a little bit, but we should have had at least 5 or 6 goals in that game. We miss so many easy chances now as Chummer comes forward, puts it in towards Evans, it's cleared only as far as Byes, back to De Silva, and De Silva grabs another goal this season. Is it going to tell me? It's his birthday as well, apparently. Happy birthday, Josh De Silva. We didn't know that. But 49 minutes into the game, we're 3-0 up. Unassailable, surely. I just don't know how we're doing it. I don't know how we've suddenly turned on the style so much to suddenly come and win games like this. Chummer now in the middle has just got another one. I don't know if my emails are coming up on the side here or not. I've had loads of emails come up. One from Amazon, one from Gap. If you can see them, there's nothing too much there to really... Oh, there's a code there. If anyone wants to use that code for Gap, then you can use it if you can see it, but I don't think you should be able to. I'm rambling too much though. We've just gone 4-0 up with Chummer scoring a lovely goal from a Jan Valery cross, and they just had a decent free kick, but Haug showing why we should, he's the best goalkeeper in the league in my opinion. He's kept so many clean sheets and makes amazing saves like that. We're just doing bits right now. West Brom haven't got a chance against us right now as they're coming forward once again. Will they finally get a consolation goal? Durate puts it into Slimlani, which I've just butchered. I know it's not how you pronounce it. I think I got my tongue in a bit of a twist there. But they've pulled one back, which isn't the worst thing in the world because we're 4 goals to the good. So I'm not too worried right now. We're going to make some subs though, and it's this kind of situation. Like, who do we bring off? Byers is looking the most tired, so we'll take him off and we'll bring Camps on we'll leave him as a deep line playmaker actually. Who else is looking a little bit tired? Evans on a yellow, Alare looking a little tired. We'll bring Fletcher on just to rotate the strikers a little bit, keep them fresh, and that's what we'll do right now. We may bring a defender on later on, maybe Wilkinson on, give him a little run out again, because when we're this far up, we can afford to bring on the young defenders and the young players to give them game time, because they can't mess things up that badly, can they? As Chummer tries to shoot but puts it out for a throw in there. As Roshawn Williams has just picked up a yellow card, we're going to take him off, and we're going to bring on Stephen Wilkinson, who is in demand so far this season. He's really, really in demand. If we just put onto that, a lot of clubs want him on loan, and it's probably because we're actually starting to play him a little bit like that. And Giovanni Lo Celso has just gone for West Brom. I mean, how has that happened? I mean, he's absolutely sick. He's a fantastic player, and yet he's playing in the Championship for West Brom. I don't really understand that. But as I was saying though, Stephen Wilkinson, a lot of clubs want him on loan, so I'm thinking perhaps in January we do send him out on loan somewhere, and we recall James Duffy, who has been on loan in League One, who is also a youth player. He was our youth guy last year in the squad. We started him on loan this season, but we may recall him in January and just send Wilkinson out so Wilkinson can get a bit more game time, and then Duffy can start to play a bit more in the Championship to just help him develop a little bit more as well. So I think that's probably what we'll do in January. We're in the closing minutes of the game now, and West Brom have a chance to come forward, although Wilkinson makes a decent clearance, although be it only as far as a West Brom defender. Now Durate has a chance to bring the ball forward. Valery makes a nice tackle though, and can we push for 5 now as Fletcher looks to try and start an attack now from the pass from Wilkinson as Camps plays it out wide to Green. We're just trying to spread the play, just trying to get things through nicely. Evans through to Chummer. If we can just get that killer ball through to a winger or into the strikers, for example. Green has got a superb delivery on him. We know how many assists he's got this season. He's top assist player in the league this year. Fletcher's been put forward though, and Fletcher makes it 5-1 right at the death. The assist from Josh De Silva, and Fletcher does manage to grab himself a goal after coming on as a substitute. What a performance this has been. I am absolutely over the moon with the boys. We have absolutely trounced West Brom here today. Absolutely trounced them. Well, there we go, full time. Lincoln 5, West Brom 1, which is fantastic. And it also Middlesbrough dropped points as well, didn't they? So all of a sudden, after that huge win against West Brom, Middlesbrough dropping points, I'm suddenly feeling a little bit more confident about going into the next game against Middlesbrough. I mean, Josh De Silva has been in inspired form this season. 13 games played, 6 goals, 2 assists, 3 player of the match, a 7.65 average rating, valued at nearly 3 million now. I mean, if bids come in for him in January, I'll reject them. But if bids come in for him in summer, every player's got their price. If he carries on this kind of form, he'll be 10 million plus, surely. Now, when we started the save, the whole point of me coming to manage Lincoln City was because Danny Cowley and Nicky Cowley, the Lincoln managers in real life, were given the England job. And it just says here, actually, that Danny Cowley is heaping praise on Josh De Silva after his inspired performance. But is Danny Cowley still the England manager? Ridiculously, he actually is still the England manager. I mean, I meant to check on his loads, but I've completely forgotten about it until I've just seen that then. He's still England manager, which I think is incredible. How have England actually done? They're not even the world, which is alright, to be fair. They've done very well in World Cup qualifying recently. 2020 European Championship, knocked out by Spain in the second round. That's probably not that good, actually. And in the World Cup, they got to the second round but lost to Portugal in extra time. So actually, they're not that good international performances. But Danny Cowley clearly doing enough to keep himself in the job and currently having a very good qualifying campaign so far. It won't tell me all the England managers there before, but he's been in the job for nearly 4.5 years now. Comment down below if you know like the longest tenure of an England manager, or where Danny would be if he was a real England manager at 4.5 years. Because I don't think there's many that have lasted more than 4.5 years. There's also a nice Amazon package just arrived for me. What's in this then? I think I know what it is. I don't know why I'm saying what's in this. My girlfriend wanted to order this game called Bananagrams, which I've never played before. Not really sure what it is. But that's what she wanted, and I've got Amazon Prime, so next day delivery and all that, so it came to my house. Apparently, though, it is a very, very good game, so if you're interested, I will leave a link in the description to the Amazon page, that's where I got it from. So if you're interested, Bananagrams in the description. Talking of Amazon, actually, if you've still not got yourself a copy of Football Manager, there are links in the description to buy it from Amazon as well, so you can do that if you've not got yourself a copy of the game yet and you want one, and you can get a Steam code or a physical copy, so just you can do that in the description. Also, got a bit of an issue with Alex Woodyard at the moment. He's always causing problems in the side, but I want to keep him because he deserves Premier League football. He's making it hard though because he's demanding first team. He's a backup player. He's never actually going to play because he's rubbish. But he's demanding first team football in the Championship, and he's not going to get it because he's not good enough. But I want him to stay, but he wants to leave, and it's a mess right now. It's a real mess with Alex Woodyard. Well, Brentford have played a day earlier against Newcastle and have won, so they're level on points with us now, but we have got far superior goal difference. So a win against Middlesbrough tomorrow, or today now as it changes over, would be enough to keep us top of the table, but Middlesbrough is a different ball game completely, especially away from home. Right, well, the lineup is going to be the exact same as it was for the previous game. We won 5-1. Why would we change things? So, same team as it was last time. Let's go and get a result against Middlesbrough. Right, kickoff is upon us then. And David Green plays a nice ball through to Elordi. And hopefully today we're going to get up the 3 points that we deserve, really. I think Middlesbrough have dropped form in the past 3 or 4 games, which means that they have dropped down. As things stand, they are 5 points behind us in the table. But I'd take a draw. I'd definitely take a draw against them. Haug then with a goal kick fairly early on in this game so far, past the 10-minute mark now, so teams should have settled down to a bit of rhythm now as De Silva plays a great ball through to Valeries in plenty of space. He plays the ball towards Elordi, but Elordi just can't quite get there, and now Middlesbrough have the chance to come forward once again. Forshaw gets tackled by Coyle though, and now they've been caught out. Chummer now, can he get a killer ball through? He doesn't need the killer ball. He has a nearly killer shot which goes just wide of the post, and they've got the goal kick straight from it. but the goalkeeper's rubbish. It goes straight back to Chummer, actually, and now Byers through to Evans. If Evans can get the ball through to Alore puts us 1-0 up in this game against Middlesbrough, away from home as well, which is so... Oh, he's offside. I mean, that ruins everything, to be fair. But at least we've gotten that opportunity. We've gotten that space to score goals. We've put them past them now, so that should increase confidence in our boys. Middlesbrough, though, are coming forward now, and the cross to the back post is cleared away. Now Alore has a chance to try and build a bit of a counter-attack now as he comes down his wing, plays an incredible ball to Chummer, and Chummer this time is not offside, and he does score the goal to put us 1-0 up this time. So no second doubts about that. I don't know what I was trying to say there. Second doubts? What does that even mean? Should also point out, bananagrams, it's for 7 to 107-year-olds. So if you're over 107 years old, you're not having this. You're not allowed it. It's illegal, as Anthony Evans whacks the crossbar there. We could be 3-0 up in this game. I mean, I'm amazed at how well we're playing, especially against these better sides. Because when we lost to Brighton, I thought, bloody hell, that's it. We're going to be losing games to West Brom, Middlesbrough and Birmingham in the next few games. But we've stood our own. We have definitely stood our own. Middlesbrough now trying to come forward down this right-hand side, but they've been tackled, and now Alore can come forward. We've got plenty of players with Evans. Chummer now plays a bit of a wayward pass. I could see what he was trying to do there, but it didn't really work out. And now Middlesbrough have found them when through, and Nelson Oliveira has just put it wide the post. That was too close, I think. Too close for comfort. Well, that's been a confident first half from our boys, I think. A very confident first half. I think we have taken the initiative and the upper hand. We've played well out there, but there's still room for improvement, we'll say, because it's not quite been as clear-cut as the last game, although at half-time we did say you've played really well, and then they absolutely took it to a next level in the second half. So perhaps we've gone a bit wrong with team talk there. Should have done what we did last game. But I'm still quietly confident coming into the end of this game now, I think. If we can just hold our own for the rest of this game, match them man for man, we should be fine to win this 1-0, I think. I don't think there's going to be any more goals in this game. Unless they're for us, like now, as we've just given away possession now, and now Middlesbrough come forward, and now I've said there's going to be no more goals in this game. Here we go, they're going to score, aren't they? Nelson Oliveira puts it through to Pozzo. I mean, I'm eating my own words right now, aren't I? I mean, probably a deserved goal for them. We've been pretty even this game, so considering it has been an even game, it probably has got draw written all over it, though. Although Byers can't quite get there. Nelson Oliveira on the ball once again, and now Middlesbrough coming forward, turning on the style. Klukas puts it into the middle, but it's been cleared, and Evans now has a chance to clear it once again to Chummer. Chummer now trying to start an attack as Byers now supports him, plays it back to Chummer. Chummer gets tackled, but Alore, he had to get that on target. All he had to do was put that on target, and that was in the back of the net, because the keeper was nowhere near it. Nowhere near it. And he's messed it up. I can't believe he's just done that, though. We've got another chance, though, as Jan Valery plays it through, and it's gone all the way through to Green now. He's in plenty of space to whip a ball into the middle. He's nearly got himself tackled there. I'm not quite sure what happened there. And their goalkeeper collected. I don't know why he was fumbling so much. That worries me a little bit. Perhaps his ball control not the best, as Evans can't get it. And now Nelson Oliveira is through. Hauge makes a fantastic save. This is the closest game so far this season. I'm actually starting to feel nervous now. I've not felt that at all this season. I know we lost to whoever it was, Brighton, but I didn't feel nervous then because we were rubbish, so we deserved to live. Didn't feel nervous. This one, I'm feeling nervous because right now it could go either way. Alright, let's make some changes then. We're going to bring Callum Camps on for Evans in that attacking midfield position. Neither of our fullbacks have played very well, but we haven't really got anyone to bring on for them. I know De Silva can play there instead of Green, and Green has some very, very good games, but sometimes he does have games where he just doesn't do anything. So we'll bring De Silva as left back, and then we'll bring Longstaff on as a Carrillo in the middle there. We'll make those two changes, see what that does. A few fresh faces. We'll just see what happens really. As Camps now puts his free kick into Coyle on the edge of the area. Why? Oh, it didn't matter. He didn't matter. I thought he was going to shoot first time, but he played. Oh, that's another offside goal. Another offside goal. We have been incredibly unlucky this game. Incredibly unlucky. Whatever happens, I'm going to tell the boys they've been unlucky at full time because we should be 3-1 up in this game. I don't know if that one was offside. I wasn't particularly paying attention to the first one, but I think that was offside. Camps there with another free kick. This time, Roshawn Williams heads it into the back of the net. He is wonderful from set pieces, Roshawn. He's scored quite a few goals this season, actually. But that does put us 2-1 up now. And finally, we've taken the lead despite having 2 goals disallowed. I reckon if they'd stood, that really would make us... I mean, the winning today must make us favourites for the league, surely. surely must make us favourites. I mean, I'm saying like we've won it already. We've not. There's still 9 minutes left to go as Elore comes forward now. Plays a great ball through to Chumma. Chumma, finish it off. How has he put that over? And now they've got a chance now. And the ball coming forward. Pozzo, that was a fantastic shot to be fair. Pozzo is a man that I'm looking to sign at some point, but he is ridiculously expensive, so I'm not too fussed right now. But he's a player I'd love to get into the club at some point. They've got a free kick now, and it's gone all the way through to the back post, but De Silva makes a vital challenge there. Now Haug can clear it, and Chumma plays the ball through to Camps. Elore. If Elore can get a ball through, he couldn't quite get the killer ball through, and now Middlesbrough have a chance to come. I'm very nervous. I'm very nervous because I'm very aware that they have got a lot of quality in their side, and they're third in the league for a reason. I mean, just as we're top of the league for a reason, we're very good, but they are very good as well. Arguably got a better side than us, but we've just been lucky so far this season. Camp through to Longstaff, though. Now, was that one offside? Because if any of those goals were offside, I thought that one could have been, but clearly it wasn't. And we've gone 3-1. I mean, they said they thought it was offside, and that's the one I was thinking, but I absolutely adore the fact that we have put 5 balls into the back of the net. 2 of them were offside apparently, but we're showing such a good killer instinct. We're scoring so many goals. Right now, I'm feeling a lot better about everything. I'm feeling really confident against these big sides that we're going to be playing soon. And quite frankly, what can stop us? What can stop us right now? We are playing the absolute football of our lives. We're doing absolute bits. And we've just won this game 3-1 against Middlesbrough. We'll talk to the team. We'll go calmly. That was special. No one gets a chance, but he played magnificently, scoring 5 goals, two arguably disallowed. I didn't really see them that clearly, so I don't know if they were offside or not. I was too excited to see the ball in the back of the net. The table, though, as it stands right now, we don't care about the bottom. Just look at the top. We are 3 points clear of Brentford, with a massive amount of goal difference as well, which is like an extra point. And we are now 8 points clear of Middlesbrough and Brighton. It's just wonderful to see this. And quite frankly, the expectation this season has to be automatic promotion now, surely. Has to be automatic. Well, if today's episode doesn't deserve a thumbs up and a subscribe if you're new around here, I mean, I don't know what does, because that was an absolutely insane episode. I was not expecting, I thought they were very close games, but I was not expecting us to put 10 goals into the back of the net too. Disallowed, I know. I've said it a few times now, but we did score 10 goals, technically speaking. This, though, is just an absolute another level, and I'm absolutely loving it right now. So thank you very much for watching today's video. If you have enjoyed it, please do drop a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll see you next time for probably more wins and for more Lincoln City Loco.